Hi guys, it's Ali from Winged Reviews on Bookish Days. It's Saturday again, and this week we're talking about book to movie adaptations that we like, don't like, or are looking forward to. So I am going to split mine into three categories, like a few other people have. I'm going to do the ones that I do like, the ones that I'm not so keen on, and then the ones that are upcoming that I am looking forward to. So firstly, the ones that I like, obviously you knew I was going to start with this. Harry Potter is my most favourite book series ever, and so of course I love the films. I think they did a fantastic job of the films. They captured the feeling of the book so incredibly well, and I mean, it's obvious, they're so successful. The other thing that I love is that they stuck to a British cast. I know this was J.K. Rowling's kind of condition when she allowed them to make the films, but it really does help capture the feeling of the British boarding school and the teachers and all the children. It wouldn't have felt right or felt like Harry Potter if she hadn't have stuck to the British cast. And there's so many acting greats in this series that have never been all in one series together before. I think it's amazing the job that they did of this. So yeah. And then of course, I mean, come on, Lord of the Rings, hello. This is like probably one of the best book to movie adaptations that I have ever seen. Peter Jackson did fantastic with this. He spent a decade on this, and you can really tell. I think he's an absolute genius. I really don't think that they could have done any better on this than they did. There's nothing they could have improved on. I thought it was fantastic. The casting was brilliant. The amount of sort of, the scenery stuff that they do, just making it look like Middle-earth, it's just such a fantastic series adaptation. I absolutely love it. I watch it all the time. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl. I thought the original, I don't know if they actually call it Willy Wonka, don't they, the original? Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is just, yeah, it's such a great film, and it is the original that I think is a good adaptation. I don't mind the new one, but I think, the new one with Johnny Depp, I think it's just a little bit too silly, and they made Johnny Depp just look atrocious. So Johnny Depp should never, ever look like that. He's too hot for it. And lastly, another Roald Dahl book, Matilda. I love, love, love the Matilda film. I think it's fantastic. The little girl who plays Matilda, she's just perfect. And then there's Mrs. Trunchbull, who is, suitably evil. I think they did a really good job of adapting this book. And her parents as well. Danny DeVito, I think he's really, really good as her dad. On to books that have been adapted that I don't think were so great. The adaptations. I've only got a couple, but the first one is the Narnia films. I'm probably in the minority with this, but I just don't think they do a very good job of depicting the stories in the films. I really don't. I think the acting of the children is rubbish. I think it's really mediocre. And I know they're only children, but you get some really good child actors, And the ones in these books, they're really cheesy, and they make me like, oh, I just don't want to watch. I just look away. I'm like, oh god, it just doesn't feel like Narnia to me. And I think the best thing that can be said about these films is the animation, really, and the special effects. But other than that, I just don't think they're up to much cop. This is the other one that I'm not keen on the adaptation. I'm number 4 by Pittacus Law, mainly because I think Alex Pettyfer is absolutely crap. I don't think he's got an acting bone in his body. He's nothing like John Smith. And with this film, they cut out such vital parts of the book, and it's made it so that even if the film had been successful, which it wasn't, they would make it very difficult to make the second one because they cut out things that they're just never going to be able to explain. They're not going to be able to continue with the other books because of what they cut out. So yeah, I think this is an epic fail. Now onto the books to movie adaptations I am looking forward to. Of course, this is going to be my number one, The Hobbit, which comes out in December. I can't even say how excited I am for this film. I love this book. And, you know, if the first 3 films are anything to go by, I know that these films are going to be epic. I'm glad that they're splitting it into 3 films because it means we get more. It means we get less stuff cut out. And no, I mean, like Amanda was saying on Tuesday, it's only a thin book. How are they going to split it into 3 films? But you've got to remember they are including a lot of stuff from the Lord of the Rings appendices from the back, because there's a lot of story that isn't included in either books but ties them together nicely. So they're going to include all that for us, and I just think it's great that they're getting to use more Tolkien material in this film, and I just can't even say how excited I am for the first film in December. The next one I'm looking forward to is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I adore this series. I think this is a great series to make into a film. It's really going to show well on screen, and I just cannot wait for this to come out. I am so glad that they didn't get Alex Pettyfer to play Jace. Oh my god. I'm so glad he didn't get the chance to wreck this. The argument that people make for Alex Pettyfer being Jace is that he's blonde and he's stocky. Now, that would be fine if he could actually act, you know, because he's so wooden, you know. He doesn't convey characters very well at all. And then people moan about Jamie Campbell-Bower because he isn't blonde and he isn't stocky. Newsflash, hello, there are such things as hair dye and the gym. The point is, he can act. If you've seen him in Camelot, where he plays King Arthur, then you know this. So, you know, I want more support for Jamie Campbell-Bower because I think he's going to do a really good job, and I can't wait to watch this. Another one I'm looking forward to is Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. I read this book about 3 years ago, and I actually gave it 3 stars. I thought it was a good start, but I didn't think it was anything special. But I'm looking forward to the film because I think it will actually make a better film than it makes a book, if that makes sense. And if the trailer's anything to go by, it does look really good. So yeah, looking forward to that one. And the last one I'm looking forward to is The Host by Stephanie Meyer, which I think comes out maybe in February next year. And I'm so looking forward to this because I loved this book. I thought it was really great science fiction. And I'm looking forward to finding out how they're going to deal with the whole 2 people in 1 body aspect. You know, are they going to have a voiceover for Wanda? For Melanie, sorry. So, and then I don't know how they're going to do it, but I'm intrigued, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching this. So there we go, those are my picks for Book 2 movie adaptations. I know some of those are repeats from earlier in the week, and I'm sorry guys for repeating things, but you know, when you're on a Saturday and most people go before you, you don't really get left with much at the end of the week to pick from that is new. So I tried to pick a couple that hadn't been shown yet, so hopefully it's not too boring a video. So yeah, leave me a comment if you're looking forward to any of those, and thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye!